Our journey begins by looking past the world we see every day. Microscopy is our bridge to the microbial universe. From the simple handheld lenses of the 17th century, we have unraveled secrets hidden for eons. Today, we don't just see animalcules. We observe the intricate machinery of life, down to the individual atom. We are about to explore the instruments that finally make the invisible visible. Step into any clinical laboratory, and you will immediately spot the workhorse of the scientific world, the Brightfield microscope. It is a compound lens system named for its ability to produce a crisp, dark image against a bright, illuminated background. This instrument is the primary tool for identifying bacteria and eukaryotic cells. By passing light through the specimen, internal structures absorb some of that light, making them appear dark against the radiant background. It remains the essential first step in clinical diagnosis, providing the clarity needed to unlock the secrets of living cells. At the top of the microscope sits the ocular lens, usually providing a fixed 10x magnification. Below these, the rotating turret holds multiple objective lenses with varying powers, from 4 to 40 times magnification. To find your total magnification, simply multiply the power of the ocular lens by the power of the objective lens you are using. For example, combining a 10x ocular lens with a 40x objective lens results in a total magnification of 400x, bringing the invisible world into clear view. The microscope stage is your primary navigation deck. Your specimen sits here, secured on a glass slide. Using the XY stage knobs, you can move your sample horizontally and vertically with precision, ensuring the area of interest is perfectly centered under your objective lens. Now, let's talk about focus. The coarse knob provides large, rapid movements to bring your specimen into view when using low-power objectives. For high-power magnification, the fine knob is essential. It provides tiny, incremental adjustments, giving you the clarity needed to see subcellular details. A critical rule: never use the coarse knob while the high-power objective lens is in place. Because these lenses are so close to the slide, even a small coarse adjustment can cause the lens to strike the slide, potentially damaging both. Always prioritize the fine focus knob once you've switched to high power. To see clearly, we must control the light. Light starts at the illuminator, then travels through the condenser lens. The condenser lens acts like a funnel, focusing light into a precise cone on our specimen. We can adjust the light intensity using the rheostat or fine-tune the beam width with the diaphragm. Many cells are nearly transparent. To see them, we add chromophores, or stains, which create the contrast needed to reveal hidden structures. At 1000x magnification, the physics of light becomes a challenge. The space between the specimen and the high-power lens is just air. Because air and glass have different refractive indices, light rays scatter as they exit the slide, causing the image to blur before it reaches the lens. To solve this, we add a drop of immersion oil. This oil has a refractive index very close to glass. Now the light passes from the slide through the oil and into the lens without bending or scattering. This allows for the maximum possible resolution. Always use oil with the 100x lens and clean it carefully immediately after use to preserve your optics from damage or degradation. A microscope is a high-precision instrument. Like any delicate tool, its ability to reveal the invisible depends entirely on how well you care for it. The most sensitive parts are your lenses. Never use rough tissues or cloths. Always use specialized lens paper to wipe away dust and oils without scratching the delicate glass surfaces. Be careful when focusing. Never force objective lenses down into the slide. This can crush the sample and permanently damage your expensive lens components. Finally, always store your microscope under a dust cover. Dust is the enemy of optical clarity. By protecting your instrument, you ensure it remains a reliable window into the microscopic world for years to come. Darkfield microscopy is a powerful technique for observing living, unstained organisms. Unlike Brightfield, it provides high contrast by lighting the specimen against a black background. The secret lies in an opaque light stop. This disc blocks the center of the light beam, creating a hollow cone of light. Only light that hits the specimen is scattered into the objective lens. Everything else misses the lens completely, leaving the background dark. This method is perfect for detecting the syphilis-causing spirochete, a delicate organism that is notoriously difficult to stain or view under standard light. Sometimes, standard light microscopy leaves images looking flat and lifeless. To see hidden details in living specimens, we turn to Differential Interference Contrast, or DIC. Also called Nomarsky optics, this method uses polarized light and specialized prisms to create a stunning 3D-like relief effect. It reveals gradients in the specimen's thickness and density. By splitting light beams through Wollaston prisms, DIC maps minute phase shifts into intensity differences. This is perfect for observing delicate, transparent biological structures without needing chemical stains. From delicate cell membranes to complex organelles, DIC turns transparent specimens into high-contrast, tangible structures. In the clinical lab, identifying hidden pathogens quickly is a matter of life and death. Immunofluorescence is a powerful technique that acts like a molecular flashlight to find specific microbes. Direct immunofluorescence binds an antibody directly to a pathogen. The antibody is tagged with a fluorochrome, which glows when exposed to specific light, revealing the pathogen's location. Indirect immunofluorescence uses a two-step process. A primary antibody attaches to the pathogen, and a secondary antibody, tagged with a fluorochrome, binds to the primary one. This amplifies the signal, making the pathogen shine even brighter. By using these labeled antibodies, clinicians can rapidly diagnose infections, ensuring patients get the right treatment faster. It is truly the pathogen hunter's most precise tool. Traditional microscopes capture a flat, 2D view. But for thick samples like a bacterial biofilm, we need a different approach. Enter confocal microscopy, the 3D architect of the microbial world. Instead of illuminating the whole specimen, a confocal microscope uses a precise laser beam to scan one tiny focal point at a time. By focusing on a single Z-plane, or depth, it captures a razor-sharp optical slice. The system repeats this process across many different depths. A computer then takes these individual slices and stacks them, digitally reconstructing a complete 3D model of the specimen. This laser scanning technique allows researchers to map out complex structures like biofilms in stunning three-dimensional detail. It is truly the gold standard for imaging thick biological samples. Standard microscopes struggle to image deep into living tissues. Traditional visible light scatters easily, and high-energy lasers often damage the delicate cells they illuminate. Two-photon microscopy solves this by using long-wavelength infrared light. Because infrared light is less energetic, it passes through tissue with much less scattering and minimal phototoxicity. The magic happens because two photons strike the target at the exact same time at a specific focal point. This limits excitation to that point alone, protecting the surrounding tissue and allowing for deep, high-resolution imaging. This enables researchers to watch the brain in action, observe neural networks firing, or image entire organs in their natural living state. It is a true window into deep, complex biological systems. Light microscopes are powerful, but they have a fundamental limit. They are capped by the wavelength of visible light. Because light waves are relatively long, they cannot resolve the tiniest details, like individual viruses or internal organelles. Electron microscopes solve this. By using high-speed electron beams, which have much shorter wavelengths than light, we can bypass the limit of traditional lenses. This allows for incredible magnification of over 100,000 times, revealing the hidden machinery of life. The transmission electron microscope, or TEM, fundamentally changes how we observe the world. While light microscopes use photons, the TEM uses a high-energy beam of electrons. Because electrons have a much shorter wavelength than light, they allow us to see much finer detail. We use electromagnetic lenses instead of glass to focus this beam through a vacuum chamber. The specimen must be sliced incredibly thin and dehydrated. The electrons pass through these structures, revealing stunning internal details like the cristae inside mitochondria, far beyond the reach of light. The scanning electron microscope, or SEM, shifts our focus from the internal details to the rugged exterior of a specimen. Unlike light microscopes, the SEM coats a sample in a thin layer of gold and fires a focused beam of electrons at its surface. As the beam scans line by line, electrons bounce off the surface, revealing the intricate, three-dimensional architecture of the world at the microscale. The detector captures these reflected electrons, building a detailed 3D-like image that captures everything from pollen grains to complex bacterial clusters. This reveals a microscopic landscape that standard light microscopy simply cannot reach, showcasing the raw, rugged beauty of the tiny structures around us. Standard electron microscopes require a high vacuum environment to function, which forces specimens to be dehydrated and inactive. Environmental transmission electron microscopy, or ETEM, changes the game by allowing a gas-filled chamber inside the microscope. By introducing gases, we can watch chemical reactions and atomic interactions unfold in real time, just as they would in nature. This innovation is a major milestone, letting scientists observe life and material science processes in their true environment. Biofilms are notoriously difficult to study. They form thick, complex, and protective communities of microbes that often resist traditional observation methods. By combining confocal microscopy with fluorescence, researchers can map microbial communities in situ. A laser scans section by section to reconstruct the biofilm in 3D. This reveals the internal mushroom structures of the biofilm. These unique shapes are essential to understand, as they facilitate the development of antibiotic resistance. Without destroying these structures, we gain vital information. Mapping them allows clinicians to observe how resistance forms, ultimately helping us fight these stubborn infections. Scanning probe microscopes like the STM and AFM do not rely on light or electrons. Instead, they use an incredibly sharp physical probe to feel the surface of a specimen, much like reading Braille, but at the scale of individual atoms. Here, we see a representation of an atomic lattice. Because the tip of our probe is just one atom wide, it can interact with the electronic fields or physical presence of each atom. As the probe moves across the sample, it maintains a constant distance or force, mapping the exact topography of the surface in real time. With magnifications reaching 100 million times, these microscopes allow scientists to map the landscape of the nanoworld, making them the ultimate atomic rulers in modern science. Scanning tunneling microscopy, or STM, functions by bringing a conductive probe extremely close to a surface. Electrons literally jump or tunnel through the vacuum gap between the probe and the specimen. Atomic Force Microscopy, or AFM, operates differently. It uses a flexible cantilever with a sharp tip that physically interacts with atomic forces on the surface. A laser reflects off the cantilever to track its tiny deflections. Both of these powerful techniques allow us to map the nanoworld with incredible precision, pushing the boundaries of what we can see and manipulate. Whether you're using light, electrons, or probes, your instrument choice is dictated by your scientific question. Need to observe life in motion? Phase contrast microscopy is your best tool for tracking living cells. If your focus is on the intricate internal architecture of organelles, the transmission electron microscope provides the necessary depth. And when your research demands resolution at the atomic level, the Atomic Force Microscope allows us to measure surfaces with unparalleled precision. Each instrument offers a unique perspective. In modern science, matching the right technology to the task is the key to discovery. As technology advances, we are moving toward cheaper, more accessible, and faster imaging techniques. The goal is to bring high-end research power into the daily diagnostic clinic, ensuring we can detect the smallest threats to human health with precision.